If you're stretching to get more flexible, you may have noticed that sometimes you get really sore. Why? Why is it when we're teaching our muscles to relax, our muscles feel like we've been working them really hard? If you've asked yourself these questions, then you're going to want to watch through to the end of this video because I'm going to explain why stretching makes your muscles sore. And if you watch through to the end, you're going to understand what you can do about it to make sure you keep stretching and keep feeling more and more flexible over time. So if you're ready, let's get ready to think right, move right, and feel right. All right, so let's say you've been watching my video on how to touch your toes and you're using a weight to get those muscles to lengthen and you're trying to go all the way down to the floor so you can touch the floor. And wow, man, you made awesome progress today. And then you come back up and everything feels amazing. And then tomorrow you feel like, holy cow, why are these muscles so sore? You were just relaxing them, weren't you? Weren't you just lengthening and relaxing? Doesn't that mean your muscles should just feel relaxed? The answer is no. When you're stretching, you're not actually just relaxing muscles. You're actually training a certain kind of contraction in your muscles. So to understand this, you need to understand the 3 types of muscle contractions. The one we most intuitively think about is a concentric contraction, where the ends of the muscle actually get closer together. The muscles of the biceps are contracting while shortening the length of the muscle to bring my hand and forearm closer to my humerus. Another type of contraction is an isometric contraction in which the muscle fibers are all working, but there's no change in the length of the muscle. This means there's no change in the joint angle, and I'm just frozen in one position, feeling the muscle fibers get all kinds of tired. The third type of muscle contraction is an eccentric contraction. So that's when the muscle fibers are creating force while the muscle is lengthening. Now you may be looking at this and thinking, what do you mean the muscle fibers are contracting and creating force? I just see the weight dropping. Here's what I mean. If these muscle fibers were not working and this muscle was just fully relaxed, this weight would drop a lot more quickly because there'd be nothing to slow it down. So the fact that I can control the slow descent of this weight is showing you that I am using these muscles to gradually let the weight down. If I didn't, boom, down it goes to the floor. So what you're doing when you're trying to forward fold and trying to tell your hamstrings to just relax, 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 it's actually not just relaxing. If your hamstrings were going to fully relax, you would just flop over towards the floor. But many people are actually stuck in an isometric contraction where they can't get the muscles to lengthen anymore and they're just hanging out in one position all the time. So even though you're not getting anywhere, you're working these hamstring muscles in an isometric contraction and they're going to get sore from that. To overcome that feeling of being stuck in an isometric contraction and getting nowhere fast, I suggest people use weight to add some load, which then drags you further and teaches the hamstrings to lengthen while creating force because your body does not want to just drop uncontrollably. So your hamstrings are working, they're struggling, but they're also lengthening because they realize, oh boy, we've got a big weight hanging, and it's pulling us down. And as this is happening, you're actually teaching those muscle fibers to handle an eccentric contraction. Now here's something you may not know. A lot of gymnasts and weightlifters and bodybuilders will use eccentric contractions to build a lot of strength in a muscle because eccentric contractions are extremely taxing, extremely tiring, and extremely difficult to recover from. So if you use eccentric contractions, you should know that those muscles are very likely to get sore after doing them. So the next time you do a nice loaded eccentric contraction of whatever muscle you're trying to stretch, don't be surprised if you get really sore the day after or the day after that. Hey, I want to say a big thanks to Andrew, MJS Support, Pen, Pencil, Brush, NH6 Central, and to Marion Stanton for your support of the Upright Health channel. If you want to support this channel too, use the thanks button or the PayPal link that you'll find down below. Now, let's get back to figuring out why you're sore. So now let's talk about 4 things that'll help you manage your soreness when you are stretching to get more flexible. I already mentioned the first thing, and it's mental, and it's very important that you simply expect that there's going to be some soreness when you do any sort of flexibility training. You're training muscles, and they're not going to just go lightly as you train them into doing new things. They're going to complain. They're going to say, hey, I don't like doing this, but that's part of the process. Over time, your muscles will start to say, hey, thanks, this is really nice. But in the beginning, it's going to be tough. The second strategy is to stick to a manageable workload, meaning you are not going to overload the muscles by stretching them every single day, twice a day with maximum intensity. You're going to want to learn how to attenuate your intensity for your body and your life. If you eat like crap, you sleep like crap, and you stretch super intensely every single day, you're going to just feel like crap. And then the more you feel like crap, the less you're going to want to do more stretching, and instead you're going to go back and eat more crap and watch more crap on your screen and then sleep like crap. So if you don't want to feel like crap from stretching, you want to make sure that you're not doing it too frequently. So if you're just starting out, it's often a good guideline to just say whatever that specific body part is that you're stretching, target that 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week, until you have a better sense of what your body can tolerate. If you're stretching really intensely 2 days a week, that may be all you need. Some people may need to do every single day at a light intensity, but then 1 or 2 days a week, they go really hard on the intensity. It's just going to depend, and it's something you're going to need to experiment with. So start off slow and gradually, and know that you're going to be learning about your body's limits, and those limits are going to change over time. The third strategy is to massage your sore muscles. You can use a lacrosse ball, you can use massage tools, you can use really expensive massage guns if you like spending your money that way. Don't go crazy with massage, and definitely don't expect massage alone to make you more flexible. Unless you train the eccentric contraction for whatever muscle you're trying to lengthen, you're not going to actually get more flexible. Self-massage does take a little bit more work, but it's cheaper because it costs $0, and it's easier because you don't have to commit to a 1 hour or 2 hour session with a massage therapist with whom you're going to have to make awkward conversation. And finally, the fourth thing you consider is getting some magnesium supplements and getting a good night's sleep. I am not here to hawk specific supplements or do any sort of infomercial or pretend that I have expertise in making pills that'll make you a magical human being. Just go out, do a little research on your own. I've tried multiple different brands of magnesium supplements, and some might feel better than others. I'm not sure, but some obviously feel effective and help my muscles relax. So I would encourage you to go check out different brands, do a little research. I may link to some that I've tried before down in the description box, but I'm not here to tell you that you need to buy my special supplements, because that's just not something I'm into. Magnesium can be really helpful at relaxing muscles and helping you get a good night's sleep, but I will warn you that if you take too much magnesium all at one time, you will be having watery poops for a good few hours. So err on the side of caution and don't use too much magnesium, especially if you feel like it's hurting your stomach or you are pooping your pants. If you'd like to make your whole body more flexible and mobile, check out uprighthealth.com/DIY for a program that'll help you. And I've also got these videos right here to help you get more mobile. If you want to support this channel, use the thanks button or the PayPal link you'll find down below. And I promise I will not use your money to overdose on magnesium. Like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell notification icon. And as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.